Hi, everybody. Now that the dust has settled on the dance floor and the TpT conference is over, I am here with a few friends of mine and members of our group to share with you some takeaways from the conference that we think you might really enjoy. This is...
Hi, I'm Marion from Mentoring in the Middle.
And I'm Mary Chappell from the Librarians Literature Links and the Apple Tree Room.
And I hope you know who I am. I'm Kathy Simpson from Sunshine and Lollipops. We have just learned so much that our minds are exploding with information to share with you. But like I said before, we just want to give you 3 takeaways so you don't get as overwhelmed as we are. So I'm going to start with Mary, and she has a great takeaway for you.
So as a TpT author with 2 stores, my biggest struggle is trying to figure out how to connect those 2 brands. And that was my big takeaway, that first of all, I have to figure out what my brand is and connect them. And really, the connecting piece is me. So what I discovered is that I really have to get my identity out there, as much as I hate to. That really isn't comfortable for me. But I've got to get my identity out there through photographs of me connected to my logos and through videography. The other thing is that I've got to have my logo for the Librarians Literature Links redone, because really it was just a placeholder.
And before we go any further, I'm noticing we do have some viewers. So if you're here today, hello, just give us a little hi so we know who you are. I think Julie Porter Davis is here, and Julie Santello, I think you're from, I can't remember the name of your shop, but off the top of my head, but at any rate, this is awesome that you're here. Now, next, Marion's going to give you a little tip.
Okay, so I have to tell you that I was pretty blown away by some statistics that I hadn't really considered. I'm a laptop lover, and I have an iPad and I have a cell phone, but I'm older and I don't like to look at things on my cell phone. I tend to look at them either on my laptop or on my iPad. And what I heard was that we have to go video. And 2 things, actually. One had to do with Pinterest, and that is that over 80% of people who look at your Pinterest posts are looking at them from cell phones, which means that they have to be bright and they have to be readable in that little tiny square that you see on your cell phone. So that was one really important thing. And the other one has to do with video. And somebody quoted a statistic that I think it was something like 300 billion, that's with a B, hours of video were watched just in the first quarter of Facebook's data collection of 2017. Yikes. We need to get onto video, guys.
Hence the reason we're here. But also, Julie, forgive me, you are the best days.
Yes.
And I know you're starting lots of great things for our group. So my tip basically piggybacks on all of these with branding. And the deal is you really need to also have your brand evident on Pinterest. First of all, you need to have your Pinterest images clear and consistent. You need to make sure that your brand is on there through colors, obviously your logo, but it should be 735 by 1100 pixels. That would convert to about 7.35 inches to 11 inches. They need to be vertical. And the thing is, you can pin almost as much as you want. However, we learned one important statistic: 80% of your, whatever you pin, 80% should be your own pins, and only 20% should be those of others. That's a little different than the way we're doing it.
Big time. I'm probably 80% other people and 20% myself. I want to tell you.
I think I do 100% myself. No, I'm just kidding. I don't 100%.
But one of the things that they said is because Pinterest, and this is new, this is sort of as Pinterest changes, that because Pinterest is such a search and discover, you go on there because you're looking for something. You can pin your own, you can repin your own pins every day. I always thought you had to wait a couple of months, but you just do it every day.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. You don't.
So lots of stuff that we learned.
Kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, but we'll continue sharing.
Information.
We will continue sharing with you, either through Facebook Live or some other ways, and hopefully be able to share some of the tips that we've learned because we want to share them with all of you.
And we think it's important that you do know it and understand it. But I want to leave you with one last important tip. And Julie Robbins, I see you. Hi. Where are you now? I forget. You're somewhere out there having fun. But my one tip is, and this is really a thread that was throughout the entire conference, is you can't do it all.
Yeah.
You cannot do it all.
Right.
You have to focus on what's important for you in your life. Kelly Alana Wise said it best, that she said that your life is like balls. You have, rubber ones that you bounce all around and juggle all around, and that could be your friends, and that could be, your work, but your family, and you might even want to include your health, are like a glass ball. The rubber balls will bounce back. If you have a bad day at work, it'll bounce back. But the glass balls are the ones that if you drop them, it's a little bit harder to repair them. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your family, and that should really be your first priority.
Do you want to talk about what's going to happen to?
It's
time to
so I'm so glad I have these girls to remind me. We're going to be changing up our group a little bit. Some things are going to be the same, so don't panic. Don't go, oh no, one more thing to worry about. But you're going to find out soon some different changes that we're going to be making with the group. And I think there'll be good changes. And they probably won't start for a while, because I know a lot of you are going back to school. I'm in a situation where I'm retired, so I can do whatever I want, whenever I want to. But you're going to be going back to school. But look for the changes. There's going to be some great changes. I think you're going to love them. And a lot of things will stay the same. So with that,
until we see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.